Hello everyone! So the first blog post I ever published on my blog and the first video I ever made was about the No-Poo method. And I chose it simply because it was the most life-changing discoveries I've ever made. I went from itchy scalp, hair loss and unruly hair to beautiful, manageable and healthy hair in around 2 weeks. For me that was amazing. It's been a year now and I've been getting a lot of emails from you with your happy stories about the No-Poo method, but I've also been getting some emails from those who've been struggling, so I thought it was a great time to share all my tips with you to make sure that No-Poo can work for any type of hair, and that includes yours as well. So let's jump right in. Question number 1. Can I use just baking soda and skip the apple cider vinegar rinse? Absolutely not. It's very important to use both, simply because the baking soda is your shampoo and the apple cider vinegar is your conditioner. You wouldn't use a shampoo and not use a conditioner. Baking soda is highly alkaline, while the apple cider vinegar is acidic. If you use the baking soda and don't neutralize it with the apple cider vinegar, you'll end up with dry and rough hair, and you don't want to be in that situation. So if you use baking soda instead, you'll realize that it's the best natural conditioner in the world, and once your hair dries, it will be the softest and silkiest it's ever been. Question number 2. What if water is really hard where I live? Hot water can definitely contribute to drying hair and scalp, so I'd recommend investing in a shower filter. They're quite affordable and you can get them from Amazon or any other stores. They do a brilliant job at softening the water. They also remove chlorine and other harmful things from the water. So I think it's really a great idea if you live in an area with hard water. I used to have one as well and it was brilliant. Question number 3. How often should I wash my hair using the No-Poo method? What if I'm used to washing my hair every day or every other day? Now, ideally you should use the No-Poo method every 5 to 7 days. If you use it too often, you risk drying out your hair and scalp. So if you're used to washing your hair every day, every other day, then you should definitely try the gradual approach. So what that means is that you could try to gradually increase the time between washes, and you can do that in a few different ways. You could, for example, use the baking soda and vinegar wash, and then the next day if your hair is greasy again, you can wash with water, or you can use dry shampoo or cornstarch. If you really struggle with greasy hair, you could try to combine the No-Poo method with the natural shampoo at the beginning, and then just gradually try to increase the time between washes until you can go at least 5 days between washes, and then you'll be ready to switch to No-Poo method alone. So here's an action plan for you, what you could do to make a transition successful. It's very simple. The more you wash your hair, the more you dry out your scalp. And the drier your scalp is, the more sebum it produces to compensate. So that's a bit of a vicious circle and you really need to get out of it. And the only way to do it is just start washing it less often. I've seen this time and time again in my friends and family members, and it worked every time. So try it, you have nothing to lose. Question number 4. My hair doesn't feel silky and soft as soon as I wash it with the No-Poo method, like it used to be with a shampoo. Why? Well, that's a very simple answer. It's because there are no more silicones, silk proteins and other chemicals coating your hair anymore. Now this might sound weird, but have you ever touched a wet cat's hair? It's actually not silky at all, and it's kind of sticky, but once it dries, it becomes totally soft and silky. So that's exactly what happens with our hair as well. All you have to do is just comb your hair with a wide tooth comb when it's almost dry, and then when it dries completely it's going to be soft and silky. So don't worry if it doesn't feel like that as soon as you wash it. Another great way to make your hair softer is by applying a couple of drops of jojoba oil or any other oil that you might prefer on your ends every other day or after washing. and that will definitely help to keep it softer as well. Question number 5. Can I use the No-Poo method if I dye my hair? Yes, actually one of my readers, a lovely lady called Helen, she went to a hairdresser and told her about the No-Poo method, and he was actually very, very supportive. He said he has quite a few clients who've been doing the No-Poo method for many years, and the hair is super healthy and strong. And this lady actually dyes her hair as well, and she said that after she dyed her hair, went home and washed her hair for the first time with the No-Poo method, her hair lost much less color. So that's good news. It means that the hair dye will last longer, so it will also save you money. That's brilliant. Oh, and by the way, she also said that the No-Poo method is brilliant for washing dogs. Question number 6. I struggle to wash off all the oil after doing the pre-wash oil mask. Help. Well, it's not that easy to wash the oil off, but it's something that you only need to do maybe once a month. It has so many amazing benefits. It nourishes your scalp and it makes your hair grow faster, so I guess it's worth going through all the hassle once a month, isn't it? But there are definitely a few tips that could help you achieve success. You should try to use the baking soda wash twice, just like you would with a normal shampoo. I guess most people use shampoo twice, and that should remove most of the excess grease. If that doesn't remove everything, then you could also try to use some kind of soap, for example natural olive soap or cast iron soap such as Dr. Bronner's. That should definitely help too. If that doesn't help either, then you could try to use less oil. You definitely don't need to slather your hair with tons and tons of oil. You can definitely use less, you'll still get the benefits, but it will be much easier to wash off. And finally, if that doesn't help either, then you could try to skip the oil mask at all, and you could instead just apply 2 or 3 drops of your favorite oil to the ends a few times a week and see if that helps instead. Now, if you try this method, you might want to decrease the baking soda ratio a bit if you feel that your hair is getting too dry. So just play around with it. Question number 7. My hair gets greasy again a few hours after washing with the No-Poo method. What am I doing wrong? Now, there are a few things that could be the reason for this. First of all, don't skip the apple cider vinegar. If you're skipping the vinegar, then that could definitely be the reason why, because if you don't neutralize the baking soda with the vinegar, then your scalp might be getting too dry and overcompensating. It could also be because you're using the No-Poo method too often, and your scalp is simply overcompensating for the dryness by producing more sebum. Or another reason could be the oil mask. If that's the case, just go back to my answer to question number 6 and that should help. Question number 8. Will my hair smell bad after washing with the No-Poo method? I personally love the smell of apple cider vinegar. Well, I guess it's a bit of an acquired taste. But don't worry, you don't have to like it as much as I do. As soon as your hair dries, honestly, you can't even smell the apple cider vinegar anymore. Your hair just smells so fresh. But if you can't stand the smell of apple cider vinegar, you can simply add 2 or 3 drops of lavender oil or any essential oil that you love into the vinegar rinse, and that will make your hair smell amazing. So that's it. Now all you have to do is go and make it work for your hair. It's so easy. Have you already tried the No-Poo method? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you on the fence about it? Please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this. And next time I'll be back with a video about weight loss. So my husband and I have been on paleo diet for almost a year now, and I think to celebrate the anniversary, it's time to share our story with you. So subscribe to this channel and come back next week for our story. And until then, bye!